Well, good morning, my friend. It is October the 28th. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. And I'm good to have you this morning. Always good to have you along with me in the mornings, Thursday morning, back in my church office. And a great service last night. Good to see a good as we talked on prayer and vain repetition. What a great service last night. I'm thankful for the people that showed up. Good crowd for the Holy people being helped. Always an encouraging time to be with God. And as we get now ready for the weekend, we've got just a couple more days in the work week, and I'd encourage you to stay busy. It's a windy, cold day outside right now. Fall is in full spring. And of course, this coming Sunday is Halloween. Don't you dare miss church Sunday night because of Halloween. We don't celebrate the devil's holidays. We stay in church, and you ought to stay in church. And you be there because that's what the Lord would have you to do. And I'd encourage you, make sure you're there at all times. I want to read to you this morning, 1 Chronicles chapter 25, verse 1. The scripture says, "Moreover, David and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph and of Heman and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals, and the number of the workmen according to their service." Now, there's an interesting phrase in this verse that I want to point out to you about music. The phrase is, "who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals." Now, how can instruments prophesy? This verse does not say that the sons of Asaph prophesied and played music, but it says that their instruments prophesied. Now, God's showing the believer the importance of music, and that the music they listen to or sing is preaching a sermon. Now, music is one of the more controversial topics in churches. Certainly, one can argue that there's much preference when it comes to the teaching of what is good and bad music. But one thing that cannot be not denied is that music preaches a sermon. There are several sermons that your music preaches, and let me talk to you about that. First, music preaches your life. You show me what type of music you listen to, and I'll show you what type of music you're living. You cannot listen to the world's music and think that you can live a good Christian life. The genre of your music does preach about your lifestyle. I've never seen a person listen to rock music, country and western music, or any type of worldly music and serve the Lord passionately. Your music does dictate your life because it's a sermon. Second, your music preaches your heart. The destination of music is always the heart, my friend. Music is emotional by nature, and your heart is the seat of your emotions. The music that you enjoy and that stirs your heart does preach much about your heart. As your heart changes towards God, your music desires will also change. The reason some can't enjoy good Christian music is because their heart is worldly. Third, music preaches about who you serve. Now, the reason most people enjoy the wrong music is because they're serving themselves and their flesh. When you listen to music that appeases the flesh, you are revealing that you are serving yourself. When you listen to music that lifts up Christ in lyrics and harmony, you're saying that your heart has a great desire to serve the Lord. Now, my friend, your music says much about you. Your music reveals if you're living two lives or if you're living one life for the Lord. Many people listen to one type of music at church and another type of music at home. And what they're revealing is they're living a double life. I still believe that if music is right at home, then it should be right at church. If the music you listen to would not be acceptable at church, then why would you listen to it at your house? There are some who hide their music they listen to because it's not a Christ-honoring music, and they know it. You can't say that you live a transparent life when you have two different types of music that you listen to. Furthermore, your music shows your direction. Don't kid yourself. The first thing that changes when a person or a church compromises is their music. You show me where you get your music from, and I will show you the direction you're headed in your Christian walk. where you get your music from is critical because it shows where you're focused. Be careful about your music and keep it spiritual. Don't let your music sound like the world's music, for it'll point your heart towards the world. Now, this is what disturbs me. Many people, they are swaying towards the world, the praise and worship. It's empty. There's nothing there. It's not like the hymns that we've listened to in the past. Be careful about that. It's very self-centered, makes me feel good. Music is not about me feeling good. Music is about me pointing my heart towards the Lord, and that's what we've got to be careful about. My friend, watch your music. Watch where you get your music from. When I go to churches and I preach and I hear music, I say, where are they getting that from? It's not long that I start realizing they're going to another world to get their music. They're trying to bring it into our world. Let's be careful about our music. Let's watch what we listen to. The rock music, the country and western sound doesn't need to come into our churches. There's a lot of people that are enamored with the country and western sound. They're trying to bring it into our Christian world. You watch them, in 10 years from now, they won't be like us. The biggest caution about music is this: it's emotional and not principle based. We need to be principle based in all that we do, including our music. If we become principle based, our music won't change. And I'm not saying that you can't sing new songs. I'm saying it's principle based and it keeps on producing the same thing. My friend, let's be careful about what we do with our music. It does affect our heart. I hope this is a help to you today. Hey, my friend, remember today, be good to everybody. Everybody's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.